for your go time music. Never in my career have I seen 30 trucks on track for Watkins Glen. This is a record turnout for Frontier, and it comes right here at the road course. Race 3 of the season. This is going to be big. The second round of the brackets are also up. We have a lot of matchups. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Frontier.
Green, green, green.
It seems to me that the cars have made it through the first turn and up the S's already. We look to Logan Wilson, who leads them at the moment. Pete Tart just behind him. Hunter East gets that third spot. Stephen James under attack by Ricky Mendonca as they enter into the bus stop. Ricky back in the 5th position. That's Matthew Leggett, your league owner, two-time defending champion in the Ford truck, and 6th, looking underneath Ricky Mendonca, looking for the 5th spot. On board with Leggett. Side by side as they exit the carousel. Closest battle on track, closest to the front. Ricky Mendonca will have the inside advantage. She'll be able to take it. Matthew Leggett will make sure he has the room, gets back in line, because right behind him, another good road course driver, the 25 truck of Daniel Nance. Douglas Henry just behind him in the 66, and as they pass the flag stand, we have clocked the first lap. We have a yellow out right now. David Wright is around in the S's. That could cause some trucks to get clogged up and get involved, but I don't see any damage on the 42, so I'm going to assume single car spin, maybe with some help, but nobody got collected. We have an incident report. Let's go ahead and look at it. So this is the 42 with David Wright up the S's. Where does it go wrong? This is a big transition point right here. See the truck stepping out, grabs the curb, sends it back to the right side, locks it up, and the entire field does a great job at getting around him. And here we go. We're going to go back green for lap 10 out of 40 here at the Glen. This time, do we see more patience? Some bumper tagging around 11th. Matthew Leggett, so 3-wide action, but it appears everybody will get through cleanly. Side by side for the lead, Ricky Mendonca, Logan Wilson. And we have a yellow. And I don't know where it happened. We got Brian Torchia around. Oh, no. David Wright might have been involved. Teammates, by the way, Prestige Worldwide. Let's see what happens. Oh, Aiden Gould comes up and grabs Brian Torchia, sends him across the nose of teammate David Wright. Flag stand.
Green flag, green flag.
We will start lap 14. We are back racing. Into turn 1, can we keep it clean? Sebastian Perez up the inside, he grabs 2 rows, and that orange 11 truck. But off of turn 1, leading the field, Ricky Mendonca, Brett Murphy, Hunter East, 2nd and 3rd. Pete Tart 4th, and Matthew Leggett 5th. And up through the S's, we seem to keep it clean, and onto the back straightaway. Battle right now. Here comes a Mason Thompson trying to get that 4th spot for Matthew Leggett. He has the inside, has the advantage. And we'll take it there in the bus stop. Oh, we got a spin to the back. I see Sebastian Perez, Aaron Warren, Douglas Henry had to cut through the grass. Couple of trucks playing wreck avoidance. Let's take a look at the replay. Let's go on board with Sebastian Perez to start this off. Oh, he gets help from behind. I wonder if that is Aaron Warren. Yes, it is. As we look behind. Let's try that again. So Sebastian Perez, oh, I mean, just Aaron thought he was going to brake later, gets into the back of him. I don't know what happened to the 5 car there. I didn't catch that. I think he made a mistake of his own. Oh, he does clip the 5 truck, just barely. That's the 5, I believe, Casey Ellis.
Green flag.
Nose to tail, we're back racing. Blip cam into turn 1, 3 white action, returns for second. Matthew Legat up the inside, Mason Thompson middle. I believe that's Pete Tart that's getting shuffled back. Now he's charging back up through the middle, gets to the outside of Matthew Legat. Mason Thompson actually gets away with second. Hunter East leading. Through the S's, East, Thompson, Tart, a yellow flag comes out. Big pile up in the S's. David Wright, Jake Hare, Stephen James, Derek Stanley. Man, David Wright cannot catch a break. What happened? Up through the S's, Brett Murphy, David Wright, Stephen James all in the picture. Where does this go wrong? Oh, it's actually in front with Jake Hare. We'll have to grab another angle real quick. So Jake Hare, oh, loses the truck by himself. Sideways. Bounces off the wall. Barely misses Aiden. Nowhere for Nick Tucker to go. David Wright piling in. Oh, big hit. Here comes the pace car out of turn 9. It will pull off. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back racing. What will happen in the last 19 laps? Into turn 1. Still 3 wide just for the, I believe, the 14th spot. But the top 10 make it through just fine. Up the S's. Seem to be A-OK. Hunter East leads over Pete Tart. Ricky Mendonça advantage with fuel over the pair. You got to look back to Aiden Gould and the 10th spot who has the best fuel closest to the front. Here we go into the bus stop. Hunter East leads. Oh, some lap trucks ahead. They will get out of the way. That's David Wright. I believe there's another just in front. That's Ricky Wentworth, who just exited pit road. And here comes Hunter East, your leader. Pete Tart just behind. Ricky Mendonça in the 3rd spot. Hunter East is not saving. He's full bore. He's going for it. He'll have to pit twice under green if we stay all the way through without a yellow. I have confidence that we will. Ronnie all the way on the top. He has to tuck back in line. Sebastian Perez, he's been involved in an accident. He's back in the picture. Oh, but we got a wreck. It's a track block. Jordan Marion, Mason Thompson, Daniel Nance, the butt snorkeler, Stephen James. More trucks entering. Oh, no, not again. The field will have to come to the stop. Man, what just happened? We had the drone right over the S's. Let's take a look. So here's the 3 wide action. Where does it go wrong? Mitchell Mullen, 98 truck. Oh no, it starts with Jordan Marion, spun off the nose of Mason Thompson. And here comes the rest of the field. Aiden Gould, big damage. Mitchell Mumma, Sebastian Perez, Daniel Nance, Ronnie Lane. We have cams from Gould. Let's check it. Excuse me, we need that of Mason Thompson, excuse me. So Mason Thompson's running on Jordan Marion. What happened? So he's all over the back bumper of Marion. Oh, just like Jake Hare, Jordan Marion loses the rear end on the transition. There's just nowhere for Mason Thompson to go. Here comes Gould, Mumma, Perez, Nance. Man, you hate to see that. Hopefully for the last time. Last restart of the night. Green flag is up, green flag is out. We're back racing here at the Glen. Into turn 1. I don't see any issues out of the field. Somebody sideways. I think that's Steven James. He hangs on to it. But into the S's, Ricky Mendonca currently leading. Hunter East gets into the 4th spot. Gary Smoke dropping back. Issues for him in turn 1. Back to 6th. That's Casey Ellis right behind him in 7th. Incident out of Nick Tucker. This is all the way in the carousel. Not related to the racing surface of where the rest of the guys are at. Through the bus stop, I see some clean racing. Guys giving each other room. Ricky Mendonca at the flag stand leads another lap. Looks like we might see 3 wide. Not quite. Hunter East goes to the top to get the best entry. Pete Tart looks up the inside of Brett Murphy. Brett Murphy will move 2 spots. And a turn 1. Closest battle on track at the moment. Issues for Ricky Mendonca. Matthew Legat has passed him. What's going on with Ricky? Is Ricky out of fuel? I don't know, but he's way off the pace. I mean, maybe he could be out of fuel. It's possible.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And when we get a yellow flag right at the same time, Matthew Legat, your league owner. He was going for the lead. He spun off the carousel. We didn't see what happened somehow. Can you believe it? Let's go on board. So here's Legat passing Mendonca. Issues for Mendonca. And he throttles up. And he loses the rear end. What a blunder out of the league owner. Wow. Wow. Let's watch that again. Let's watch that again from the league owner's perspective. We're going to get live radio chatter from when it happened. So here we go into the bus stop. Do we hear any comms out of Matt's? Through the carousel, the car starts to spin around. Do we hear any comms?
No.
Well, kept it pretty civil, but
Can't get
Matthew
focused on
Legat sadly will spin around. You can hear no as he comes around the carousel. The final pit stops have already happened. Can Jacob Blakely save enough fuel to be a factor with the cautions? Green flag is up, green flag is out. We're back racing at the Glen. What will happen? And already Ricky Mendonca looks to the inside of Douglas Henry, looking for the second spot, excuse me. He knows that could be for the lead. Doug hangs on, exit of turn 1, up through the S's. Mendonca all over his rear bumper. Brett Murphy now looks to the inside of Mendonca, off of the top of the S's. The rest of the field makes it through. Sebastian Perez now trying to add some pressure. He's from that 5th spot, trying to get to 4th. Issues into the bus stop, maybe. Brian Torchia has to cut it. Ronnie Lane has to cut it. But back towards the front, Douglas Henry running down Jacob Blakely. Douglas being conservative. Jacob just doing what he can to hang on to that track position. If he wants his strategy to work out, he has to stay in first. You can't save fuel and drop back. You have to stay out front and hope for a yellow. But at the flag stand, 6 laps to go. I don't think Jacob can make it on fuel. It is a Hail Mary right now. Douglas Henry looks for the lead. Exit of turn 1. On board with Douglas Henry, the Hammer. Oh, Blakely sideways in the same spot where Jordan Marion and Jake Hare got sideways. That will allow Douglas Henry to go to the outside. Douglas Henry currently leading as they go into the bus stop. Here we go, exit of turn 1. Here comes Douglas Henry, playing it careful. There's Hunter East. Pop-Tart Pete. Oh, Brett Murphy is sideways. So is Sebastian Perez. Perez in the back of Brett Murphy. We stay green. Brett Murphy drops to 10th. Sebastian Perez 14th. A top 5 day to now just inside the top 15.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And a yellow flag will fly! I'm not sure where it happened. We have a couple of incident reports. Might have happened in the bus stop. This changes everything. It's not what I wanted to see. Will your pal Rowdy, the commentator of this race, shit on race control? Let's look at a replay and find out. So Raymond Limmer looks underneath Eric Gann. Eric Gann is losing the truck, spins on entering the bus stop. David Wright piles in. They're off of the racing surface, but it still draws the yellow. Here at Watkins Glen, it's been caution-filled, but can we get around this track 2 times green? Green flag is up. Green flag is out. We're back racing at the Glen. And the turn 1, look at that closing distance out of Hunter East. He's going to throttle up, trying to get to the back bumper. Here's the rear cam of Doug. I see a spin in the back. We stayed green. It was all the way in the back. I believe it was Stephen James. And it will bring out the yellow. We have more spins on the exit of turn 1. Casey Ellis around. Gary Smoke was involved. Ronnie Lane issues exit of 1. Take a look at the replay. It's already happening. We have to manually go back. So Gary Smoke sending it in. Holy, get Sebastian Perez and Casey Ellis on board with Gary Smoke. Again, we'll have to go manually backwards. On the restart, Gerber. He looks for the hole, but makes contact with Perez. And the wrecking just compounds. Oh, and Ronnie Lane is spinning. And it gets Gerber. Restart number 2. Green-white checkered, excuse me, number 2. We're back racing at the Glen. Can we survive the second green-white checker? Doug will lead them going into turn 1. Hunter East is right there. Hunter East looks to the outside. Doug needed to have a solid turn 1. East is able to push it. He will have inside advantage. He has to lift a little bit, but he gets a big run to the outside. Not quite. And Douglas Henry gives him room. East gives him the respect. And down the back straightaway, Doug will go defense into the bus stop. We make it through. East just barely to the back bumper of Douglas Henry. Like he said in his interview, if he gives me respect, I will reciprocate. But East is all over the back bumper of Henry. Douglas out of the exit of the carousel. 2 more corners till we get to the white flag. Why is that significant? The white flag means that no matter what, the race will end under green. East looks to the inside. Can't quite get there. Here comes Pop-Tart Pete. Into turn 9. Can they get to the white flag? Doug blocks East. They're both sideways. And it will bring out the yellow just before the flag stand. East takes out Doug. Doug was getting aggressive. And both drivers will not finish where they feel like they deserve. Can you believe it? Let's take a look at the replay. So this is turn 8. You're going to see Doug have a really good line, but East is able to power up. Now he looks to the inside, and he almost right hooks Doug. Should Doug give him the room? I'm not sure. Should Hunter East have just blended back in behind him? Probably. I mean, this takes a lot of assessment real quick. So Doug has a better entry. You're going to see Hunter East. He's going to purposely overdrive. I think Hunter East needs to lift there. He technically doesn't have the corner because he's off the track. So Hunter East, he will overdrive the corner, looks to the inside of Doug, but because he's off the track, Doug does not need to let him in. Hunter East tries to blend back in, and it will spin out both trucks. Will end
Green,
the
green,
race.
green.
If a yellow comes out on this lap, it will end the race. And already we got a spin. Nicholas Tucker, big wreck. Does that end the race? It's a massive pileup. No, we stay green. Nobody has pressed the button for the yellow, which means that we are going to race it out. Race control says, I want the boys to have at it. Out of 7, into 8, coming to the flag stand. Madewell Vintage, welcome back to Victory Lane. Pop-Tart Pete will win here at Watkins Glen.
Yeah,
Let's
2 in a
fucking go,
row.
P. Let's go,
go.
brother. Let's go.
Let's go. 2 in
Oh, I'm
a
out of fuel. I'm out of
row.
fuel. No.
Oh my goodness.
Madewell Vintage parks it in Victory Lane tonight. Here's Pete Tart picking up the win in Frontier race number 3. Pop-Tart Pete solidifies his win. Let's talk to him. Pete Tart, Pop-Tart Pete, your winner here at the Glen.
Oh yeah, feels great.
Pete, you were in 3rd. We interviewed you. Man, what kind of race are you going to have to play out to win this deal? You said be in position, keep it clean. You barely missed the Hunter East Douglas Henry wreck. You have to hang on for that final green-white checkered, man. Talk about tonight.
I mean, that was brutal. That was close with Hunter and Douglas there, and then I just had to hold off Mason. Those were probably some of the hardest laps I've put together here, and it was close on fuel. I ran out of fuel in that burnout there.
Well, Pete, everything about this race was hectic, from the cautions to the battles to the green-white checkers. You get the win here at Frontier Truck Tour. Madewell Vintage on the car. Congratulations. Anybody else we need to shout out before we get you out of here?
I mean, yeah, obviously shout out Zippy and Madewell Vintage, and we'll shout out Aiden and Hunter. Hunter especially. Hunter was a great teammate today. We were working together throughout all 50 laps there, and yeah, great day.
Pete Tart, winner here at Watkins Glen in the Frontier Truck Tour.